This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by
Freaking.com. Excuse me, sir, are you an escaped Wisconsin senator?
No, but you know what? I did escape from the tyranny of New York State.
You get my gun! You're coming in the door! Get my gun, Joe!
To come to the free state of New Hampshire. And so far, so good. Please come and join us in our effort here to make New Hampshire even freer.
Tell me a little bit about what it is that you specifically found to be so much better about New Hampshire.
Well, to be honest, Dave, I'm actually looking at the places where it's not so good, and as a legislator, I'm working to fix those areas so that New Hampshire can still maintain its freest state in the nation title, but get even freer still. New Hampshire is certainly great because it doesn't have an income tax or a sales tax. There's other problems with the state, and we need all the help we can get to really make the state that shining beacon on a hill for the rest of the nation, as an example to the rest of the nation. America used to be the shining beacon on the hill for the world. Unfortunately, not the case anymore.
Well, we're sort of America's America.
We are America's America, and I think that we can really show the rest of the country how a free market works, how people can have individual liberty, and mayhem doesn't break out. And I think
mayhem breaks out when there's not individual.
Well, yeah, that's my understanding as well.
What's like the main concern you have right now? The main thing you want to change and make better, more free in New Hampshire?
Well, my number one bill, Dave, is one that allows us to prevent government officials from coming into our house to inspect our property for the purposes of property taxation.
I'll go past and I'll get this young woman before I go back to work. Hi.
Are you the homeowner?
I'm not.
Who is the homeowner?
I live here. The owner...
I'm just the assessor. We're just here
Oh,
checking
you're the
for...
assessor.
Yeah. I'm the
We were
person
guessing that you were somebody else.
I don't really think that that's necessary, and when I say no to that person, I lose my right to appeal their arbitrary assessment, which is just out of control.
Right.
In fact, I noticed this upon just moving to New Hampshire 4 years ago. I emailed all my reps asking them to help fix this. No one did anything about it, so I decided to run for office myself and fix it. And looks like my bill is it's a weak fix with the amendment that the committee put in, but it's going to be a step in the right direction, and then we can work to fix it in the Senate. And I think that we're actually going to take a step towards liberty in this way.
You think it's got a good shot at passage?
I do think so.
Right.
There's many other things that I'm working on. I'm on a bill to make vaccines optional, according to your conscience.
Well, I think I saw that today. It's up to date, isn't it? Yeah.
A homeschooling freedom bill. I'm working on a bill to put the state's checkbook online so we can hold them more accountable. I'm working on a bill to call the TSA invasions of privacy at the airport what they are, and prosecute them as sexual offenders when they grope you or take pornographic pictures of you. And we're looking to take a stand against the federal government in that way. I'm working on a bill to nullify Obamacare in New Hampshire. I also have, there's so many, I'm just thinking on my feet here. Basically, everywhere that I see us having an opportunity to take freedom back for New Hampshire, we're doing that. We're working on it. I'm a co-chairman of the Natural Rights Council, which is a group of legislators within the House, mostly freshmen, who are working on training to be more effective in our freshman year so that we can actually accomplish our goals and convince some of those veteran legislators that these things that we're working on are actually good ideas.
Would you have anything to say to folks who are, looking at the move to New Hampshire?
Yeah, sure. If you lean Democrat, make sure you move to a Democratic city. If you lean Republican, make sure you move to a Republican city. And there are cities that are, you know, kind of both, and you know, those might be an option for someone who might convince people they're a moderate. But you know, the purpose of doing this is to run for office. You know, you need to run in one of the two major parties so that you can actually get elected and start making change. I'm a libertarian Republican. You know, I'm very proudly Republican, but you know, we're making a big difference here this year. When, you know, our Democratic rivals happen to win 4 years from now and the pendulum switches back, it would be great to have a bunch of libertarian Democrats who win and go serve in office so that we can actually make some real change in the state over time. I think that taking over both political parties, well, that sounds extreme to people who are really into the party politics. It's what we have to do as Americans to take back our government and make it a government of the people, for the people, by the people again. These parties are just, they're both promoting big government. They've been both taken over by progressives who want to make government do more things. We have to do the opposite of that. We have to take over both parties and make them promote freedom.
All right. Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you.
Egypt people is very nice, and if the Egypt people take my advice, they will strike down the one-party state they fear. But that had better not happen here, 'cause we know that everything would fall apart if the city of Keene, New Hampshire starts to listen to the malcontents at Free Keene and kind of cut spending. 'Cause the government needs some expensive things, like the wasteful 34 West building and the boondoggle jail where we put hat wearers and other people who could be considered swearers. Freaking.com